Really annoyed right now. I just filmed a video for you guys, and I went and accidentally deleted it, which is kind of good. It was only 6 minutes, so let's do this again. So hello everybody. I really hope you're doing well, or that you're trying, or that you're having an okay day at least. So I just logged into this channel. I haven't been on it. I haven't been on it a lot lately. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to have that many views. There's over 3,000 views on that last video, which is really cool. I really wanted to get that message out there, and it's disabled living as a woman, fake it till you make it. So let's keep doing these. Thank you for your comments. They were really inspiring, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying. Well, I have 2 videos out on this channel, but we will definitely have more. I'm going to keep doing these. They're good for me, they're good for you. So let's talk a little bit about some stuff. I've been working my butt off on my other channel, constantly filming clips and doing my audio. I'll show you my new setup here for my microphone. Where is it? Where is it? Can you see it? We'll see if you can see it. I can't flip the camera around. You should be able to flip your camera around while you're filming, Or I could just film a separate clip. Anyways, you know what, though? We do this candid. We do this raw videos. I might make a little bit of an intro for these, which would be really fun. Okay, so I'm rambling on about nothing. Well, that microphone extension arm is such a big help with my chair. It's like not even funny. I had my microphone on my table or whatever for the longest time, and every time I touched the table, it was thud, 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 and trying to edit that out is a pain in the butt. So we're gonna really try not to swear on this channel, because YouTube is unmonetizing. I'm not monetized on this channel, which means you make money from your videos. I don't think I will on this. I want to do this for free for you. So, but they're unmonetizing videos that they're even taking down videos and unmonetizing videos that talk about mental health stuff, like suicide and depression and self-harm, and that I went and looked through my other videos on my channel, and they unmonetized so many of them, but they're old, and like that's okay. But it's a pain in the it's horrible, because I work from home. A lot of people depend on their monetization on their videos, because that's their full-time job, and that's my full-time job. I'm dedicated to it now, since taking pretty long of a hiatus, as a lot of people know. I just hit over 33,000 subscribers on that channel, so that's really cool. Sometimes when you force yourself to do that work and tap into your creativity, if that's something that is important to you or part of your personality, sometimes that pays off. So it's really, really cool. Thank you all for watching. These flies out here are driving me crazy. Really? That's disgusting when they land on my face, because I know they eat a lot of really gross stuff. So, okay. So let's talk about some stuff. Yesterday, my hair is too clean. Apparently they like that. yesterday I didn't have a snack or anything. I was editing a video as usual, and I started seeing spots, and I couldn't lift my head up, and I felt so weak, and I was actually kind of scared that I might have been having a stroke, or a TIA as I call it, an ischemic attack, they're very subtle. It was scary. I was having a hard time talking, and I got to the point, which is my husband knows it's serious if I call him at work and ask him to come home, so he rushed home. I really should have just waited, but I forced myself to get out my ramp. I don't even know how I did that, but I did. And then getting over the threshold to get into the house was really, really tough. And getting all the stuff I needed to get into the bedroom. You know, like I wanted some Advil. I needed some ice water for sure. Staying hydrated is extremely important, and I realized there's so many times that it was really my fault that I wasn't hydrating, but I forget, and I get so caught up in working on the computer and trying to put out content for everybody that I forget to take care of myself sometimes. And yeah, he came home, and it's something I kind of want to talk about is where to draw the line between having a caretaker and a lover, all in the same person, and really trying to see things from their perspective as well. You know, how tough it must be, and you know, they kind of always have to be ready for a call to action, to be able to help or drive you to the hospital, help you with anything. It's tough, and I feel bad so much of the time, but at the same time, I got to, you know, we both signed up for this. We went and got married, and we made a promise to each other, and we never expected things to be the way they have been, but we've been tested, and we got through so much stuff already, and we're still struggling a little bit with some stuff, but it could be worse. And it's hard. It's really hard. So anybody out there that, you know, family members that take care of anybody, nurses are a godsend to me. They are amazing. I've had some incredible nurses. I've had some horrible nurses. I actually got one taken off the ICU floor because of the way she was treating me. I'm usually a pretty easygoing person. I try to understand that, you know, and I do understand. I did do some nursing work for about 3 years, and it was tough. It was exhausting, and it's really hard to just stay in that positive frame of mind when you have people that are just so hard to deal with. But I'm a pretty good patient, and I try to joke around, make things light, try to have a sense of humor sometimes, and yeah, I've had some, anyways. So to all of you out there who help, I want to say thank you. We really, it would be a lot harder without your support and your love, your understanding, definitely. So, okay, let's talk about some more fake it till you make it stuff. One thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is, and I mentioned this in my other video, I think, is when you have those, you should see the outfit I have on right now. It's pretty funny. And I don't care. I don't care. Because, well, I have one ratty old glove on because I'm only cold on like this side of my body right now. I don't know. It's a nerve thing, I guess. I kind of want to talk about my injury, and also those days when you just don't feel like getting all prettied up. Well, even if you're a guy, I call it prettying up, you know, have a shower, put on some cologne, some nice clothes. Sometimes it makes you feel better when you do force yourself to do that. I have makeup on from last night. I sleep with my makeup on all the time. I really, you know, no big deal. So, anyways, sometimes it's nice. It does make you feel better because it's such a pain, especially putting on pants, right? I'm gonna show you guys. Like I'll put a pair of pants on, then try to put on pants over top of that just to show you what I do. How to do it in your wheelchair. Nobody showed me that at the hospital. They never showed me that. There's a lot of things they didn't end up teaching me. I never got taught how to do floor to chair or chair to floor transfers. I never got taught how to do a lot of things. I did make cookies on my last day of physio or occupational therapy, which teaches you day-to-day things. And they were so good. The kitchen we have right now is really hard for me to get around in. It's kind of an L shape, so I constantly smash into the cupboards. And then cupboard doors are my enemy because you pull them out and they hit your chair, and then you gotta back up and you pull it out, and then you gotta go further in, and then you gotta reach for a pot or a pan. So I decided that I want to build like a pots and pan rack with hooks. Get those out of the cupboard. They're so hard for me to get to, and just hang them up. So that might help, eh? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what injury I have and a little bit of what happened, I guess. It's, it might be a little bit maybe triggering if anybody is dealing with post-traumatic stress. I know that I do. It's very severe sometimes. Flashbacks, I had a bunch last night where I kept reliving when I hit the ground, because I broke my back from a fall from 4 stories. So I hit terminal velocity and I landed on my feet, and all of the shock went up to my spine. My surgeon said it was one of the worst he had seen in his career, and he was a very well-known spinal cord surgeon in Canada. So that scared me quite a bit. So what had happened, actually I'll tell you what my injury is first, and then I'll kind of go with what happened, because that's more on the mental health side. First things first, I do struggle with bipolar 1. It can get pretty extreme. I get mostly mixed states, so it's a cross between depression and hopelessness, and then I'm also manic, so I will have I'm on a very good medication regimen right now. As you can maybe see, that I'm pretty chill, but I'm not a zombie. They tried to put me on Haldol, and I refuse to take that, which is risperidone, I believe. It is a tranquilizer. So no, sometimes you gotta say no, and you gotta do your research. Always, always, always do your research if you're on new meds, especially for pain. So my injury is T12 complete, which is thoracic. They took out 2 feet, 2 vertebrae. Is it 2 feet? I'm 2 feet shorter than I was. No, 2 inches. Oh my God. I think, see, Okay, 2 inches. 2 vertebrae they had to take out. I'm permanently paralyzed. There's a lot of people that say you've got to keep your mind open for a miracle. Okay, I'll put that to the side. If it happens, that'd be cool, but I'm not going to depend on it. I do constantly talk about how I used to do things, because that's part of the post-traumatic stress and the grief and the loss. Is I'd always be the one getting right in there to help people move. My husband went to help his mother move today, and I decided to stay home because I'm not feeling very well. I have a lot of nerve pain today. I do every day, but today is just a little bit worse, that's all. Oh no, I took out my earring and I lost it. Oh well, that's good. I'm getting my nose pierced, definitely. I've had it pierced twice already. I need a little bit more of an edgy look, you know. I just got a new wheelchair. I'll show you guys in another video. I kind of showed it a little bit in the last one, but I ramble a lot, so I hope you guys stay for the whole video because it's lots of information. I have a wealth of knowledge, you could say, and not all of it is usable for everybody, but you might take something away. So this is how I sustained my injury. We're going to keep it light as much as possible. I had a panic attack, and I wasn't getting along with somebody for a while, and I had been really worried and really stressed, and one of my really good friends online had told me she was not really going to be around a lot, and she was going to join a monastery and become a monk, and I felt abandoned. That's not her fault though, that's mine to deal with. I had just done 3 months of intense psychotherapy. They thought I had borderline personality disorder, but that was a misdiagnosis anyways. I had just done the 3 months of therapy, and it was 5 days a week, 6 hours a day. Oh, it was intense. And after that, we moved, and this was with my ex. It didn't work out. It was a little too tough for him, which is okay. So I had just been kind of dropped from therapy at that point. I was seeing a psychiatrist once a week, and I wasn't really getting anywhere with that. It was quite a long bus ride for me, so that was tough. So I stopped going to that, and I was going to do dialectical behavioral therapy, which is especially designed for borderline. I got accepted. I did 3 hours of tests. It was ridiculous. And I got accepted to do the course, and I had just decided and compromised with my boyfriend at the time that I was going to not work for a couple months and do this therapy as long as it went, and then kind of go from there and just work part-time around it. Well, I found out that I had to wait 2 to 3 years to get into this therapy, and I was devastated. But I didn't really talk about it too much to anybody except my boyfriend's mother, who was and is still an amazing support system for me. I love her. She's my spirit mama. So if you see this, I love you. And I miss you. I will come visit though, for sure. So anyways, I was devastated about that, and I had a panic attack one night, and I ran and I jumped over my balcony because I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't handle life anymore. And I was going through a major spiritual change. I had no one to talk to about that could really relate to it. I was eating better. Like, I was starting to feel better, and I felt like everyone around me just took things for granted, and I was angry about that. I was doing yoga every day. I was getting into a mind space where I actually felt more and more and more alone as I woke up. And that's actually something apparently that is very common when you start studying a new spiritual practice. And it's really hard, but you gotta put yourself out there, maybe like this. This kind of helps. This is 20 minutes long already. Oh my God. Okay. So, I broke my back. I collapsed both of my lungs. I broke 2 ribs. My spleen had a tear in it. My blood pressure was so low that I had to lay in a hospital bed and I really have a lot of trauma from this. I had to lay in a hospital bed completely still for 3 days before I could get surgery. So they put me on Dilaudid consistently, and Dilaudid is the only thing besides family that got me through that. My family was amazing through all of that, for sure. Ah. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people told me after, they say, well, I didn't see that on the news. I didn't read about that anywhere. I had 2 collapsed lungs. I am very much against the media because they only tell you what they want to tell you, and then, you believe it, and it's a thing. Well, I'll get into that another time, maybe. Oh, someone's radio going. So, I was telling them, don't you put me on the news. I'm not going on the news. Don't put me on the news. I just kept saying that over and over. I was in shock. And they didn't. And they can't. When I didn't give them permission, there was no pictures taken. There was no newspaper articles about it. I tracked it, and it wasn't there. So that's great. I don't know how I did that. I had 2 lungs full of blood. So, anyways, I am so proud of myself for getting through that the way I did. Seriously, I was tough, and I was strong. I was so dedicated to learning this way of life. As time goes on, it does seem to get harder. You can feel very alone, so online videos like this really help me. There's not a lot out there. So if you have anything you can relate to as far as a spinal cord injury, maybe MS, maybe just, chronic pain, disability, not working, or staying at home a lot is really hard. Maybe try and get your phone and record yourself talking as if you're talking to friends. Watch it back and see what you see. Sometimes there's something of substance there that, even if you don't see it, if you share it, sometimes there's someone that says, thank you so much. And that is a huge, huge inspiration. So these flies are really bugging me, and I'm going to go inside and get cleaned up for the day. I really hope you all take care, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow these, I suggest you like the video, because then you'll see more of these videos, and subscribe, because I'll be putting out some more stuff. So starting up the trucks, we gotta go. Okay. Bye.